Good afternoon, December 12th of 2012. It's the 12-12-12 day. I hope you're having a good Christmas season. I hope your year is ending up well. Today I want to talk about an identity theft issue that comes up with a lot of people who have deposit accounts at major banks. And the reason I want to bring this up today is because we have a client who just had the situation with Wells Fargo Bank. We went down to the court. Wells Fargo made a motion, filed papers to try to get the case dismissed, and we went down to the court. The court literally laughed Wells Fargo out of the courtroom. And so I want to make sure that everyone knows exactly how we handled this particular case, how the client handled the case before she even came to us, which made handling this case so much easier. This was a situation where a woman had a deposit account, a checking account, where she would make deposits into the accounts. It could be a checking account or it could be a savings account. An identity thief got a hold of her information sufficient to be able to make withdrawals and take money out of the account without her permission, and did. And so then our client did the right thing. Our client went and filed the police report, got copies of the police report, brought the police report to Wells Fargo and said, you know, this is an identity theft, and please handle it, and please put the money that has been taken out of my account back into my account. Wells Fargo then said, well, we're going to investigate for you, and so forth and so on. Wells Fargo came back like about a month later and said, we're not going to put any money back in your account, and by the way, your account is overdrawn, and you need to put money into your account to cover checks that you've written. And as you can imagine, the only reason that her account was overdrawn was because Wells Fargo had not credited back to her account the money that had been taken out by the identity thief. Now, the key thing that my client did that was right and that was correct and that set up her case beautifully was she went and got the police report. She got the police report and she brought a copy to Wells Fargo, and she was very nice. There was no nastiness in it or anything like that, and just delivered it to the branch, kept copies. When she came to us, the case was all ready to go. I mean, basically, Wells Fargo sent her a letter. We have it in writing. Wells Fargo said that they're not going to recredit her account for the money taken by the identity thief. She filed the police report. She went through all the proper steps. She, went through the Wells Fargo investigative process. She filled out the affidavit at Wells Fargo for the identity theft investigation. She did everything right. She came to us and after Wells Fargo had basically denied her claim to put the money back into her account. And at this point, it's a good case. It's ready to go. Wells Fargo tried to get it thrown out of court, and the judge literally laughed. I wish she'd been there. And, of course, the Wells Fargo attorney, as soon as we walk out of the hallway, immediately wants to talk about settlement, et cetera, et cetera. You know where this case is going. The point is that, as with all of the cases we handle, so much of it depends on the client doing the right thing and doing the professional thing, up front, giving Wells Fargo a legitimate, honest chance to make things right. I mean, I don't think my client wanted to file a lawsuit, but, she had to, and Wells Fargo basically pushed her back against the wall. She brought her police report to Wells Fargo. She filled out the Wells Fargo affidavit. She gave Wells Fargo ample opportunities to do the right thing, and Wells Fargo refused. Now, obviously, Wells Fargo doesn't want that case going anywhere close to a jury. You know what a jury's going to do. So, the point here is in the narrow frame of an identity theft claim. If you have an identity theft claim, you got to go get that police report. You got to give it to the bank or the credit union or the mortgage bank or whatever that is, victimizing you by not putting money back into the account that belongs to you. You got to give them a legitimate and a decent chance to do the right thing. You bring them the police report. If they want you to fill out an affidavit, fill it out. Give them a chance to do the right thing. If they don't do the right thing, then come see us. And believe me, your case is not going to get thrown out of court. For other types of cases that we handle in the more broad context, same thing. I mean, so much of the success of your case depends on setting it up properly and doing the right things. And if it's a situation where it's a mistake, it might have been a mistake, you give Wells Fargo a chance, or you give the bank, or you give the car dealer, or whatever. You give them a chance to make it right. If they don't make it right, then you come see me, and then we take care of it for you. I mean, and I got to tell you, it's smooth sailing when the client does everything right beforehand. It really, really is. Anyway, that is my brief discussion for the day. I hope it's been useful information for you, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.